Let's start the day by joining some of our youth ambassadors and schools around the country in an activity that encourages all of us to think about what we like about the nature and why it is so important to us.
Okay, good morning, guys, and welcome to our very first session of the Youth Climate Summit. My name is Ella, I live in London, and I'm very excited to be here.
Hi everyone, my name is Maisie and I'm a youth ambassador to, like Ella. I live in East Sussex and I'm really excited to be here as well. We've got a very exciting day and week ahead. What are you looking forward to most, Ella?
Well, I have to say I'm very excited about, especially today and the oceans. I really love nature and love how, beautiful and calm it is, especially at this time of year in autumn, with all the colors in the trees and the warm coats. It's definitely my favorite time. What about you? What's your favorite time?
I agree. I think I really like autumn as well. I also really like summer. I have to say it's a tricky question because I think we're lucky to have all of the seasons. But I definitely like the warm days and all of the growth that goes on in summer.
Yes, definitely. Okay, so we all know that nature is very important. And for this activity, we'd like to ask you all a question. So, what is your favorite thing about nature?
To answer these questions, if you could please go to the Slido box on the side of the live stream page on the Transform Our World, or go to sli.do and enter the code hashtag capital YCS 2020 lowercase a, and add in all your answers and tell us what you think.
Yeah, so join us and lots of different schools all around the country, and we're going to make a massive world cloud about what we think about nature. We'll give everyone 2 minutes to do that now. And whilst we're submitting your answers, me and Macy can share some of our ideas and thoughts.
Sounds great. So, I mean, as we all know, nature isn't just about fluffy pandas, fluffy bunnies, and cute pandas, though, is it? Nature plays such an important role in every aspect of our lives. And did you know that if you put a price on everything that nature does for us, it actually adds up to at least $125 trillion every year, which I'm sure you can agree is a lot of money.
Yeah, well, yeah, nature's pretty essential for all of our lives. And even if we don't directly interact with it, it can be like living in cities can be hard and stuff like that, but we still definitely need it. And as today is all about learning about our oceans, I'd like to talk a bit about plastic pollution. Now, as you may know, throwing a plastic water bottle away, it takes a very long time to decompose. In fact, it takes 450 years for one bottle to break down. So in those 450 years, they break down into microplastics. And these are very dangerous for our oceans because they can be sometimes eaten by fish and cause them to get sick, sometimes even die. So that's why we have to always make sure to recycle plastic bottles and basically avoid plastic whenever possible.
Yeah, I agree. I think protecting our oceans is so important, and the water that provides habitat for so much life is really crucial for our planet too. Um, so yeah, water, as I was saying, it keeps us all alive, and people often don't give it the respect it deserves. So by using more water in the shower and regularly watering plants and using the dishwasher every day, is so much wasteful water. So I found this little statistic that says the average water use for a UK household is 164 meters cubed per year, which I'm sure you can all agree is a lot. However, doing little things like reducing your shower time and making sure the dishwasher is filled before you switch it on can really have a big difference and have a positive impact on the environment.
Yeah, so another little fact about oceans, because of course that's what our day is all about, is that the world's oceans cover 72% of our Earth's surface, but there's over 80% of the ocean remains unexplored. Now that's a lot of space, right? So there are also lots and lots of different animals and plants that live in the oceans, like dolphins, sharks, and fish, just to name a few. But what does everyone think their favorite animal is? I'd say personally, I would be a dolphin because they are very, very cute.
I agree. I think mine would probably be dolphins too, or something of the kind.
Yes.
So I just wanted to share another little fact about trees and that aspect of nature. So when I'm sure you can all imagine that when you go out for a walk in the park or even on your way to school, depending on where you live, you probably see a lot of different trees. And did you know that a pine tree, which are the species is native to the UK, stores about 10 kilograms of carbon dioxide a year, which is great for our planet because we're currently producing too much carbon dioxide, which means that the planet and the climate is warming, which is can be bad for quite a lot of things. One is the Arctic, which we have a session on today at 3 p.m. If you're interested, and yeah, looking forward to attend that. Trees are definitely awesome. I can see some of you've added trees onto the Slido, which is great.
Yeah, and there's lots of different animals, of course. Of course, animals are often very, very cute, but also essential to our planet and the way it functions and works. And fresh air. We have later in the week, we have a day on pollution, which is a major problem in the world today. But that's like Macy just said, trees are extremely important because they can suck out all the CO2 from the air, which is what humans are kind of overproducing.
Definitely, I agree. And if you're interested in wanting to find out more about animals, we have a talk later on today from WWF and also one on marine conservation later, which is something that can interest you.
Yeah, and another big word that I can see is peace. Now, that's a very special word, I suppose, because that's what we all really want to kind of achieve out of this summit. We want to make a change, but we want it to be peaceful because, I mean, like we said before, nature is very peaceful. So we have to try and do everything that we can.
I agree. I think it's one of the key things to kind of think about is finding peace with the planet, and the humans can find peace with nature and can try and make the world a better place.
Yes. Just got a new word in there. So nature makes me happy. Well, yes, definitely me same as well. I think if you ever like kind of have a headache or you're a little bit stressed or something, going for a walk in the park is definitely a way to go because nature somehow has like a calming effect. And same with anyone who lives by the sea, if they're lucky enough to do that. Watching the sea, I know, is one of my favorite things.
Yeah, I agree. I love doing that too. I've just seen actually quite a few of you have said that your favorite thing about nature is bird singing, and I couldn't agree more. I find it so relaxing just going outside and just even just sitting or just walking and listening to the sound of the birds. It's a really beautiful thing.
Yeah, it really is. Another one just popped up was it regenerates itself. Now, this is a very, very important thing because as humans, we're kind of slowly destroying our planet a little bit. So it's very important that nature can regenerate itself and bounce back from this. But we have to give it a little help, and that's what we're all here for.
I agree. I agree.
And also today, if anyone is interested in maybe later on in life thinking about taking a job in marine conservation, that's like looking after our oceans. I know it's a bit quite far in the future, but there is a Zoom call today at 1 o'clock if anyone's interested in that.
Never too early to start thinking about the future.
Exactly.
Definitely. And I think linking back to how nature regenerates itself as well, we have a session about sustainable planet at 5 o'clock. So if that's something that interests you, got that to look forward
Yes, definitely. And the sustainable planet kind of theme runs through throughout the week, and especially on Friday we have a big kind of finale right at the end there, all about how to make our schools and the planet sustainable.
We can look to a sustainable future, which I'm sure you can all agree is really important.
Definitely necessary, yes. And there was just another one that popped up just now, which is, it says yummy food, I suppose. But food is definitely a very big factor in the way that our world works right now. But in fact, over a third of all the food that we produce is actually thrown away. So you might know something about deforestation in the rainforest and lots of different forests. That's usually taken away to like make space for people to grow food, but then a third of that food is thrown away. So that just shows how wasteful humans are really being right now. So if we just stop with the deforestation for a little while and we use everything that we have, we would have enough food for the entire planet easily. So we just got to rework our system, and that, I think that's the way to go forward.
Yeah, I agree. I think it's really essential, changing the way that we live in our everyday lives. I think that's really important, and I think that's one of the key ways that we're gonna help to protect more species on our planet. Because after all, we all care about that.
Yes, exactly.
I've just seen another one pop up. Someone said they like their favorite thing about nature is blue skies and having space to run around in, and I agree too. I think sometimes, yeah, it can underestimate just how nice it is to be outside in nature and just feel free and run.
Yeah, it really is nice, especially now. I think, at least where I am, the weather's been really, really good. So the skies have been like clear blue. It's really, really pretty.
Yeah, it has been for me too, although today it's looking a bit cloudier where I am.
Yeah, same actually now, but
Yeah.
also, so there was one that says, it mentions deers. So I live in London and there's a park nearby called Richmond Park, and they have lots of, and Bushy Park as well. They have lots of different deers that like run around there. And that's kind of a small example of just how efficiently humans and animals can work together. Because these deer, they just kind of like roam around and they're very happy, but it's still a very, very popular park. So I think that's just, it shows that it is possible to have parks, nature, and big animals in our cities. I think it's very important.
That's amazing. Yeah, I think that's really great, because it shows if kind of produce an environment that protects nature and sustains it, that humans can work together with.
Yeah, exactly. It is like a little positive boost every time you go in the park.
Yeah, I love that.
Okay, well, I think that we have a lot of really, really good answers, and it's obvious we have a lot of nature lovers here with us today. So thank you so much for coming, guys. And it was a great way to kick off our first day, I think.
Yeah, I agree. So thank you all as well. I hope you all enjoy your day. And the next session will be at 9 a.m. So the hosts will be along in a bit to introduce all of you and kick the day off. But enjoy.
Thank you so much, guys. Bye.